Welcome everybody to another episode of Some Guys Takes. I'm here tonight. All the guys are back again. It's been a
Happy
couple
New
weeks
Year.
since we didn't do a Christmas episode, we didn't do a New Year episode. It's been a few weeks. So happy New Year to all of our listeners. Zyler was in Belize. That
I'm
was
back. Don't worry. It was
that's
fun. It was a
cool.
good time.
Yeah, cool. Good. Jake, how was your Christmas?
It was good. I didn't do a whole lot, but it was good. I had a really good Christmas gift uh with the Ravens beating the Niners. We did talk about that, I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
we
think we did
did.
talk about that.
We did a
Um
You're gonna
Christmas
say
one.
you're
We didn't do a New Year's
yeah.
one.
Oh right, no, we did.
However,
Yeah, we did do a Christmas.
my New Year's was the even better because on New Year's Eve, once again the Ravens proved they are the best team in the NFL and they beat the Dolphins 56-19. So I had a good New Year. I was happy about it. What about you guys?
we're happy for you,
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thank you.
we
happy for
we
you.
yeah, I'm really happy for you this year.
Well, I did say earlier that I was listening to an old podcast of ours, and in my preseason prediction, I did say that the Ravens were going to go either 13-4 or 9-8, and
Yeah.
there was no in between. So I'm glad I was right.
Yeah, you know your team well.
Yeah, good prediction.
Thank you.
And it's nice for you too. It's not fun to be a Chiefs fan this year, if I'm being honest.
It's your fault, bro.
I know,
Let's be let's
I'm also worried now that they have to play Miami in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
let's
but they're
also be
playing
clear
Miami in
here.
0-degree weather.
I know. I was gonna say they're playing Miami
Let-
at home with all their starters rested. Tyreek Hill and Raheem Mostert are kind of banged up. So I mean, they could. I think Kansas City can still win this game. I'll take them to win this game, but I'm a little worried.
Let's also be clear here though. The down year or the rough year to be a Chiefs fan is the 3 seed. I
Okay.
don't feel bad for you.
I don't
Yeah,
expect you to at all.
Like
I don't.
like wow, you're
No,
only the 3 seed. That must suck. You have to play a road playoff game at some point,
I know. I'm
assuming you
just so
win.
worried because this team has not been doing well. Well,
Better than the
they've been
Eagles
doing
have.
just fine. They've been doing
So
good enough to win their division and get the 3 seed, but
yeah,
obviously
like
they're not playing
they're
like they
okay.
were. So
Their division also very much underperformed. And there was a good point in time where we thought the Chiefs were going to lose the division.
That's true.
to
The division
who?
was worse than expected, I think.
Dude, the Broncos for like 3 weeks were one game behind them, I'm pretty
Oh
sure,
yeah,
when
that's
they went
true.
on their like win streak.
That's true. And then they just lost to the Raiders.
That they did. The
Yeah,
Raiders were also
yeah.
close. I think they were what, like 2, 3 games off?
I think they were a few games off. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean, that's not that close, but
yes, I'm nervous for Saturday night.
I egregious take number one. I
Oh
think you
God,
should be. I think you should be. And I think
that's not egregious.
this, no. This is the egregious part.
Oh, okay, good.
I have a feeling that Miami is they're not going to win by very much if they like when they win. But I have a feeling that it's going to be like a Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl versus Tampa Bay kind of game. I have a feeling. Don't ask me why. I just I have a feeling the Chiefs that like something is going to happen, and I have a feeling they're not going to score very many points against the Dolphins.
The
Feel
Chiefs
free to
will
say it's
win. The
egregious.
Chiefs will win by 1 possession.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know so. That's right.
it's in the script.
Ah,
Do we want to talk about that game in depth then, or do we want to start somewhere else?
sure, we
Talk
can
about it.
start there.
Yeah.
Let's start there
Start
then.
it.
So, yeah, we'll go through all. It's our kind of our playoff preview for the first half, and then second half, Jake has something special prepared for us. He's gonna
Something
perform
special.
a he's gonna perform a song. Um, I don't know though. This Dolphins team, like, what's this like? This Dolphins team is pretty banged up. Like, I believe
Yeah.
Waddle is out. Tyreek's been
That's
not healthy down the stretch. And who were their like were they down to their final 2 edge rushers in the game last week?
Yeah, that's why my take is egregious. But I'm kind of talking with my heart and not with my mind about that.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah, there was one play last week where they had Melvin Ingram in coverage against Dalton Kincaid. And you
yep.
can guess how that went. Melvin Ingram, who's a washed edge rusher, let alone in coverage.
That's embarrassing if I'm the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins have 11 guys on IR and 11 guys questionable leading into this game.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
With
Chiefs are going
22
to take
players
advantage of
hurt.
that.
22 players hurt.
yeah.
A handful
Ultimately, I
of
think
them are starters.
Without Bradley Chubb, without Jalen Phillips, they're just not going to get any pressure on Mahomes. Like they're just not going to get a single sack. I'm sorry. Christian Wilkins, maybe. Christian Wilkins is very, very good. Um, but like, do I really trust Emmanuel Ogbah and Justin Houston at this point in his career?
No.
No. Sorry.
I would just like to say that for my actual playoff bracket that we are currently doing, I am going to put the Chiefs as the winners of this game, but
Okay.
I thought I would share my take anyways.
Okay.
So wait,
Thank you for sharing.
what's your take? What's your oh,
So
that's
my take is that Miami is going to win the game and they're going to control the whole game. But my prediction is that the Chiefs are going to win.
That's not fair. Then
um,
you're just right no matter what.
No,
smart
because
Yes,
man.
you
Yeah,
are.
you can't hedge. No,
no,
no, no,
because
no.
that's
That's
my
not how this
egregious
works.
take.
You can't do that.
Okay, then I retract my egregious take and I'm going to
Okay,
take the Chiefs.
I think that the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl this year, but my take is that the NFC is going to.
Either
Okay.
way, that's a smart way to go about it though, Jake. I like that mindset.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice job.
I'll
But
take the
nice
Chiefs.
try.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chiefs. If
I'm
we're
also
being
gonna
for
take the
real.
Chiefs. I'm gonna take
If
the
we're being
Chiefs.
for real.
Yeah.
It sucks
Uh,
that they're going to win a playoff game, but yeah, they're going to take I'll take the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement here.
Yeah.
Miami's just too banged up right now, and Patrick Mahomes. Sorry.
Nice. Well, we can move into the other Saturday game. The Cleveland Browns made it in as the 5 seed. They're playing the number 4 seed Houston Texans, who took the freaking title from Jacksonville. Well, Jacksonville lost it, but
Oh, they took it from them.
I'm so excited to see this Houston team in the playoffs. And Cleveland. Well, I don't know. I don't know how well, I don't know. I have
It could
no
be
clue.
I
this is probably going to be the best game of the weekend.
I think it might
I
be.
agree. This is the closest. This is the closest spread. I think this is the toughest game to pick.
Texans 24-14.
Mm,
Is
I
that what
feel
the
like they
script
could.
All
says?
you want. I'm taking that. This
Is
is
that
the
what the
script.
script says?
Yeah, Texans
24 to 14?
14.
Hmm.
Carson, I think I'm with you actually. I like the Texans here. The Joe Flacco story's been great.
Yeah.
It's been fun. He probably gets my vote for comeback player of the year. My vote that I don't have. Although I mean, Damar Hamlin did come back from the dead, so I don't actually like. How do you vote
Yeah.
against that? I don't know,
I
but
mean, yeah, well, we
like,
can talk about that
what is
another
like?
time.
Yeah, we'll do an awards show later in the
Yeah.
year. Um, but the Joe Flacco story has been amazing, obviously. Um, but ultimately, I think I have to take the Texans here, especially without like I really just don't trust this offense long term with Joe Flacco and no Nick Chubb in it, which is unfortunate. But again, I think this is the closest game still.
I'm gonna have to
The
agree with you.
the last time that the Browns and Texans played, the Browns beat them 34-22, but Stroud wasn't playing in that game. So if you think Stroud's worth, say, 12 points, then we can. Uh, I am gonna take Houston though because I want to see them win.
I'm also gonna take Houston.
Yeah,
So are we all in agreement on this now? Again?
I guess so, yeah.
I feel like
Awesome.
that's not right because Cleveland's done so well this year, but I guess we are.
They have, but
So of the Texans.
no, they're
That they have. They've done very, very well. However, the Browns would be winning their division if they were in the same one.
But they're not.
They have a better record than
True.
You
Houston.
can't compare it.
True. You can't. You can't.
Anyways, let's go to the next games. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers in Buffalo against the Bills. Did
3, 2, 1.
anybody see the Steelers making the playoffs this year?
I see them making the. Did we or do I?
Did we?
Oh,
Did
I think you
anyone?
said do we. I'm like, I
No.
think so.
Did
I think they
anyone?
will make it to the playoff game.
No. Did anyone see this coming?
Well,
I
no,
would
because I thought they were
say-
going to get 4th in the North. So
I would say no, aside from the fact that it's the Steelers, and just like, of course they did.
That's the thing. Like, I'm not surprised, but like at the same time, I didn't see this coming at all. I feel
At
like
the
it's.
same
I feel like
time,
any other
they're
team
gonna get crushed.
would be more deserving of a playoff spot in the AFC than the Pittsburgh Steelers. But it's just I know it's not how it works. But
I don't know about
I'm
more
gonna
deserving. Like they won the games that were in front of them.
they
They
did,
earned
and
their way here.
I'm also gonna take the Steelers to beat the Bills.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you aware that TJ Watt is not playing?
I am. Yes,
Are you
Stunned
aware that
silence.
Mason?
I'm
no.
aware.
Are you aware that Mason Rudolph is starting at quarterback?
I'm aware.
Are you aware that Josh Allen is on a hot streak right now? Like, are you aware of that?
I'm aware. But you know what's happened all year? Josh Allen's been hot for 2 games, and then he plays like garbage.
I'm taking the Bills 31-10.
Go for it.
I'm
I'm
taking
taking the
Bills to
Steelers.
cover
I'm
that
taking the
spread
Steelers
easily.
in this game.
Bills 38-3. Nah, 38-10. 38-10.
What was this? Wait, sorry. What was the score in the script, Carson? What'd you say?
31-10.
Okay.
Yeah, 38-10. That's my guess.
38-10. Zyler?
20, 30, 32, 14.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go Steelers. 17-10.
Okay.
We'll
I'm
what
too,
happens.
We'll
I'm
see.
too
You know what?
stunned to talk.
We'll see
Anything
what
can
happens.
happen. Anything can happen. Where
I know.
it's not
We'll
fair.
see.
Yeah, it's not fair to laugh
This
at
is
your
my Jake
take.
take. This is my Jake take of the
There is a world
playoffs.
where
I haven't even gotten to my Jake take yet either.
there is a world where the Steelers defense steps up and Josh Allen throws like 3 bozo picks. And the Steelers offense is competent enough to get 17 points and wins the game. I just don't think it happens without TJ Watt.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And it might not, but that's my take. I don't like Buffalo this year. I don't know why, but just I'm
Because
just
you don't
not
want, it's
feeling them.
because you don't want the Chiefs to play them.
No, I would have been happier playing Buffalo than Miami. I was happier with the alternative. I was wishing Miami would have won the game Sunday night, but
Well,
anyways, moving on. We can go to the next game if you guys want to.
sure.
All right. Dallas and Green Bay are playing at 4:30. I think this one we can 3-2-1, hopefully, maybe, unless anyone else has an egregious take. Any
No,
takers?
I don't.
Anyone want to take the Packers on this one?
CD Lamb is going to have a game. He's going to put up a lot of numbers. And they're going to stomp on the Packers.
Unfortunately, this game is in the wild card round, so Dallas is going to win.
If it was the divisional, then who knows?
I would have taken the Packers.
I still think Dallas is going to win, but if I had to pick one upset out of all these, I think I'd take the Packers.
Same with me.
Like, I don't really trust McCarthy in the playoffs. Jordan Love was amazing last week, and I think this Packers team is really on the upswing in the second half of the year. Like, I believe this is the youngest ever team to make the playoffs. Don't quote me on that.
I think I saw that somewhere too.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, no. So like this team was just really struggling at the start of the year. It just felt like there was potential there and they couldn't put it together. Now the young players have figured it out the second half of the year. I don't think this is the year where they win a playoff game. But that being said, like again, there's a world where Jordan Love just goes off and I think the Packers defense steps up and they find a way to win. So they're probably my favorite upset pick out of this list.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well
Agreed.
said, Zyler. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say about this game.
I think Dallas is gonna win 28-20.
What does the script say, Carson?
31-14.
For
Oh.
Dallas?
Yeah. Of
Okay.
Thanks for letting
All
us
right.
know.
course.
Okay.
Sunday night, we get the Rams and the Lions. This is an interesting matchup. I'm excited.
This
for
is fun. The
This is very
Stafford
fun.
Goff Bowl.
Carson, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have the script in front of you, I would like you to be honest with me. Has it been in the script since like Matthew Stafford got traded that like 3 years down the line, he would end up playing the Lions in a playoff game?
I can neither confirm nor deny,
That's all I need to know. Thank you very much.
of course. That
What a
being
story.
said,
What a story though.
Lions take it in a high scoring game. Lions will take it.
And see, I'm going to go with the Rams here.
What's the final score?
35-28.
Hmm.
Okay.
I like the Lions here as well. This Rams team has really impressed me. They've really overperformed. I think they have the better quarterback still. But ultimately, I think the Lions are just a better team overall.
I'm
Like,
going to go with 31-24, Carson.
Okay. So Nate, are you taking the sole Rams pick here?
Yeah,
again?
I'm going to take the upset again here.
okay.
Yeah, I've been hot on LA all year. I think they've overcome a lot. I think they've turned a lot of heads, and I think they will again in the playoffs. I think I don't know. I feel like it's just too easy to pick all of the favorites. So I'm gonna pick a few upsets, and this was my other upset.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the
That's fair.
Rams. We'll see what happens.
I really
I
wanted to
could
take
totally-
the Packers.
I think McVay could cook against this Lions defense,
I-
which I've said before,
yeah.
I don't trust very much at all.
Yeah, I think this could be a really fun game. Either way, it will be a fun game. So that takes us now to Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and Tampa Baker. Who we got?
All right, guys. Tampa Baker.
Why?
Really? Like,
Listen, the Philly is 1-5 in their last 6 games. They all look like, honestly, if to put it to like a real world perspective, every single one of those Eagles members looks like the miserable guy at work. Like, I don't think I think Tampa's gonna surprise them because Tampa has nothing to lose really in this game. Like nobody really expected, like people expected them to make the playoffs, but they weren't the favorite to win the division, I don't think, to start out the year. So them even getting to the playoffs is like success for them. There's like Philly is like expected to go back to the Super Bowl is what people are saying this year. Well, not now, but that was the expectation of them from the beginning of the year. So I think expectation wise and surprise wise, the Bucks are going to win.
Okay.
I agree. The Bucks were expected to be brutal. Baker was expected to be bad. So again, this season is a win for the Bucks. Where they go from here after the season, I don't really know, but that's not a problem for right now. You're in the playoffs. Yeah, focus on the playoffs. And this Eagles team, I can't like I expressed my concerns about this defense earlier in the year, but I was like, oh, this defense is kind of struggling, but like they'll figure it out. It's the Eagles. And not only have they not figured it out, it's somehow gotten like way worse. I still
Sirianni did lose his 2 coordinators this year.
absolutely, and it's showing more than ever, I think.
Yeah.
But like it did. The weird part is that it like you would expect this to be flipped with new coordinators, where like they struggled earlier in the year adapting to a new system, whatever. Didn't change systems that much, but adapting to a new coach, and then you kind of figure it out later in the year. Why they were better earlier and just are falling apart now? I don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm still gonna pick them to win this game because ultimately they're just more talented than Tampa Bay. But like this spread is only 3. Imagine like halfway through the season, I told you that an Eagles Bucks playoff game spread would be 3.
Yeah,
You
that's
call me
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to win on a last-minute game-winning field goal.
Ooh, it'll be a close one.
24-21.
Ooh,
Oh, I like what the script says there.
nice.
I'm gonna flip that score actually for the Bucks.
Okay.
24-20. Yeah, 24-21.
I like 24-21, but I'm going to, instead of the Eagles winning on a field goal, I'm going to say the Buccaneers lose on a missed field goal
Ooh,
because it's the Buccaneers that just feels right.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't even know who their kicker is. So sorry to him.
I'm gonna say
Wait, who's kicker? Oh, Tampa's?
Yeah.
I don't know. Never mind.
I'm gonna say I'm trying to think of something that makes sense here. I'm gonna say 31-27 Philly, and they score last minute to take a 4-point lead. So Tampa has to drive down the field and score a touchdown, and then they don't because they run out of time. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Sorry, I'm reading something. My bad.
What are you reading?
Is all the games covered, correct?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all. It's all 6.
All
That
right. So
is all the games covered.
do we want to briefly go through and finish off our brackets just with our predictions?
Yes,
Sure.
I would love to.
Cool. So I guess it's complicated because it's a little different for each of us. But so we had let's go through the AFC. Ravens are the 1 seed. In this world, they'd be playing
Texans.
likely the Browns or the winner of Browns Texans, unless you agree with Nate's Steelers upset. But I think either way, do we all agree we're picking the Ravens basically against anyone?
Yeah.
Yes, we know that.
I
Yeah.
got one of the AFC chip.
I'll take the Ravens over the Texans here.
Yes.
Have we heard anything on Mark Andrews? Because he wasn't rolled out for the season yet.
No, he might be back for the divisional round. Because you got to remember, that's still in another like 2 weeks, right? Like you still got 2 weeks to rest.
Yeah, this weekend, and then they play next weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. So if
Yeah, like
by
I know
like
he's not playing this week, but
yeah, if by like Wednesday he's ready, like if he's healthy, then he'll be ready to go. But I don't know. He's kind of like see how he is.
yeah, I think you just kind of assume he's not playing, especially because there hasn't been a ton of news. Um, I'll be honest, I'm surprised this Ravens team has done as well as they have without him.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
Isaiah Likely really stepped up to the plate there. I mean, he's gotten a touchdown in almost every single week since Andrews has gotten hurt. Well, not almost every single one, but like
yeah, but
in a
he
good
stepped up
portion
pretty
of
well.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, and also they have a real receiver core this year. Like they have no one to Andrews' level at wide receiver, but like they have guys that can catch a football, which is more than you could have said in past years.
Yeah, which makes me happy. Zay Flowers uh could have possibly cured my depression.
That's fair. Okay, in the other AFC divisional game, for me, I had Texans Chiefs. And I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Like I just don't know how you bet against the Chiefs. Oh no, sorry, no, sorry. Texans
No,
go
it's
to the
Bills
Ravens game.
Chiefs.
Sorry, Bills
It's
Chiefs.
Bills
My
Chiefs,
bad.
brother.
We get a rematch of 2 years ago. I want to say.
Yeah.
Bills getting their revenge. I'm taking the Bills.
What's the script say the score is?
27-20.
Interesting.
You see, I would take. I would take Kansas City to beat Buffalo.
Well, you would.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
I
That's tough. Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo this time. Buffalo is the hot team. KC's kind of stumbled into the playoffs a little bit. Buffalo's riding a pretty hot last month or two. Um, it's going to be a shootout though, and honestly, I hope we get here because this will be fun. Although a Dolphins Bills rematch, and I guess it's not really possible, but would be fun too.
That
I'm
would
gonna
be
take the
fun.
Bills over KC this time though.
Same with me.
Is Nathan all alone then?
Yeah.
Yep. So my AFC championship is Baltimore and Kansas City. I'll take Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl.
Well,
I think
I think they go regardless.
So
Oh no, this
I
is
don't
where
know.
Carson
in
lets
the
me
AFC
down.
Championship, Josh Allen has his masterclass, takes down the Ravens, and it makes his Super Bowl.
Come on.
Says it in the script, man. I'm sorry.
What's the score say?
28-17.
What? 17 points in
Josh
in a
Allen
championship game?
masterclass.
No
Josh Allen
way.
masterclass. It's the script, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh no. I'm taking the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl, and I hope they crush everyone in their path.
Man, this is tough. I'm so torn. I'm so torn.
This is
I
Josh
f-
Allen's year.
Do we think it's Josh Allen's year?
It like I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think it is. It's Baltimore. Baltimore's going to the Super Bowl.
I think
It's
this Baltimore defense is too good.
they're
I think they'll
so
get a
good.
couple turnovers on Josh Allen. I'll take Baltimore, but I
is the only team in the AFC playoffs right now that is firing on all cylinders. Like there's not another team that's gonna take them out until they get to the Super Bowl, and they have to deal with an NFC team.
The Steelers barely
Okay.
beat them with all the backups in.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're not talking about them playing the Steelers.
No, I understand, but I'm making a point that favors the Ravens.
well, I am. I would
And
having them play the Steelers
oh, I guess yeah.
bracket.
Okay, yeah.
Baltimore walks over the Steelers and then walks over the Chiefs.
No, I'm
Hmm.
taking the Bills. Sorry. It would be really hard for me to say no to the script. Like the script is what's going to happen. How can I just ignore that? It's the Bills.
Oh no, Carson,
okay.
you really broke my heart.
So three of us
I'm
have the
sorry.
Ravens. Carson has the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Going back to the NFC, I think it's a similar story. I don't know who's beating the Niners
Dallas
in this.
Niners.
No, bro, no.
No, the Niners. Oh, I have the
They're-
Niners and the Eagles, and I have the Niners winning that.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I think the Niners beat. Most likely scenarios are going to be the Eagles or maybe the Rams if they upset the Lions. I think either way, I'm taking the Niners. Like I'm sorry to the Eagles and Rams, but like this Niners team has like no weaknesses, legitimately. Their own line health is a question, but they have a whole week off. I'm taking the Niners.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a Niners Ravens Hound Fest Super Bowl this year. Carson, what's your script say? I'm interested in knowing.
For
For the NFC
Niners?
yeah, for the Niners game or I guess for the who's gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Well, Niners beat the Eagles 31-17. And then Lions beat the Cowboys 28-24. And then we got the NFC Championship where the Lions take down the Niners. So we get
Whoa.
a Bills Lions Super Bowl.
Interesting. So
Hmm.
let's go to the divisional game. For me, I had Lions Cowboys. I think it's the Cowboys. I think these are two great offenses. But ultimately, aside from the fact that the Cowboys always lose in the divisional, and that would be funny. I've said this before. The Cowboys have a great defense, the Lions don't, and I think that's what this game's going to come down to.
I've got the Rams losing to the Niners, and then I've got the Cowboys beating the Eagles. And then when it comes down to Dallas and San Fran, I don't know. I'm just going off vibes. Give me Dallas to the Super Bowl and then losing to Baltimore. That's
Interesting.
my take right there.
I don't think I can pick against San Fran, at least until the Super Bowl, maybe. I haven't even decided that yet. But I also think San Fran's going to have a relatively easy path going here. Like, I think the Cowboys are going to have to fight every single game, which you could argue would give them momentum. But, like, honestly, the Niners have a bye. Then they're going to play, like, a reeling Eagles team or maybe the Rams or something. I think they're going to be rested, ready to go. Like, they're just by far the best team in football, I think. Sorry, Ravens, but, like, it's the Niners for me.
Okay.
Jake, what's your full Super Bowl prediction now?
The Ravens and Niners are gonna play, and the exact same score of it was 34-19, correct? I'm pretty sure if my mind is working right. Was their last game 34-19? Ravens win the Super Bowl this year. Harbaugh's go back to back on
That'd be
winning
kind of
titles.
fun. That would be a
Like,
fun
that would be
narrative.
sick.
I will admit that. Uh,
So I mean, I don't know what you're talking about them being the best team now, because clearly they lost to the best team in football this year. Wouldn't
yeah,
you
I
agree?
know. My only concern about not picking the Niners is a couple of things. One, O-line, but two, Lamar could just take over a game. Like, Lamar is one of very, very few quarterbacks that has that ability. He is a better
Yeah.
passer this year than he ever has been.
Well, sorry. Okay, that I don't know if that's true, but he has people to catch the ball.
That's also, yeah. But yeah, it's a bit of both, I think.
Yeah.
But ultimately, my pick's going to be Niners. Niners 28-24.
Cool.
I apologize.
Josh Allen's leaving with a ring and a Super Bowl MVP.
So Carson's got the Bills.
I've got the Bills losing to the Steelers.
Okay.
Carson and I have opposite brackets right now.
Oh, that's
That's
fine.
crazy.
I forgot about that.
That's crazy.
Oh, we'll see. Anything can happen. I'm so excited. I feel like this year is the year of anything can happen. You know,
We say that
'Cause
every year, man.
every
I
year is anything
disagree. I
can
don't
happen,
know.
but like
I
this year,
think,
there's just I feel like so much stuff has just gone wrong this season. So many injuries.
I
Just
think that's why it's so straightforward.
yeah, I agree. I think there's less contenders than ever, actually, because I
yeah,
think the two one
there
seeds are
are
very.
almost no contenders. I feels like.
I think the two one seeds are very clearly dominant. I think the only teams I could see winning the Super Bowl to the AFC are the Bills or Chiefs, other than the one seed. And then, like, in the NFC, I think it's just the Cowboys. Like, there's 5 teams that I could legitimately see winning, which feels like a pretty low amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, that's why they play the games.
That's why they play off.
Yeah.
Ah,
Get it?
nice.
Yeah. Science.
Yeah. Yeah, literacy.
Dude, come on.
Wordplay.
Come
Not-
on.
Not during work hours, Jake.
Come on, bro.
Not during work hours. I'm on a different clock. Let's move on. Jake, you had your list, right?
You just broke my heart, man.
Not during work hours. You know how it works.
Am I the only one that's confused?
I'm confused too.
Okay. Jake and
That's
Carson
why you
having their
should
own
have just
conversation
said
over
it,
here.
and it would have been funny.
Doesn't have anything to do with it.
Just
Let's go through your list. Cut this out.
I'm so lost right now. What is
I'm
that?
not
this out.
cutting anything. That's
Cut
too much
this out.
work. Let's go. Keep going, Jake.
Oh
We
my god.
apologize.
I can't believe that
Who's
just
being?
happened.
We're just some guys.
Yeah,
I
we're just
just-
some guys giving our takes. You know what I
That's
mean?
all we are.
Well,
Jake,
you're not. You're declining to say what's happening.
He's trying to get me to say yeah, Mr. White, because he said yeah, science.
oh,
And it's
That's
just
Thank
like
you.
really out of context and
Thank you.
just
Okay. Anyway.
I just wanted to say
Oh,
it, man.
I
no,
understand.
it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Jake, what do you got?
So I took the time to think about all of like the top sports moments of the year of 2023, or like the ones that I could think of that came off like the top of my head. I have a lot, so I'm gonna go through them.
Just to be clear, no
And
research was done here. Pure vibes picks by Jake.
yeah,
Yeah.
pure vibes, by the way. Yeah, this is
Can
all
we
like
give
right from
each,
my mind.
can we give each moment a rating out of 10 on how good of a moment we thought it was?
Let's do it. Do you guys want to start with like um okay, I don't even know. Like do you just want me to start?
Yeah.
Just go down the list. Is this in like ranked order or just a list?
No, I just it's a list. It's like what I first thought of to what I last thought of.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we're gonna start with something I think everybody is good with here.
I'm
Uh
not good with this actually.
okay. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets this year, back in March.
I don't know. That's like a 3.
Wait, is this the list of 25 things that happened in the football season this year?
No, just
Just sports.
2020
Oh, okay, that's what I
sports.
thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
yeah,
of
in sports.
2023 or the season?
The
2023.
year.
Okay.
Oh,
The
okay,
calendar year.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Understood.
Well, it threw me off why Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets would be on a 25 all time.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers to the Jets was I'm gonna give it a 5 because it was really fun at the time,
Yeah.
and I just ended up being nothing. So I feel like that's why we kind of see it negatively now. But I feel
This more so
at least Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets was so much fun. There were so many memes. I was listening to Pat McAfee like every day. It was a good time. I'll give it a 5.
it was just so drawn out. Like we knew this was coming for like 2 years. It's like it was more just like, oh my God, finally. Took you
Yeah.
long enough.
Yeah.
I agree with Nate.
I like that it was New York too. I don't know why. I like the Jets. I like him going to the Jets.
It was something better about the Jets. Is like he was like supposed to be their Lord and Savior. They
Mhm.
haven't had a quarterback since like
Yeah.
I don't even know who. Vinny Testaverde.
All right, I've kind of got a 2-1 here. You guys might not know this, but last year was the second highest scoring NBA game of all time. Or I guess in 2023 it happened.
I did not know that.
February 23rd, the Sacramento Kings and LA Clippers played into double overtime, and the final score was 176-175 for the Kings.
I forgot about that.
What do you guys give that one for the year out of 10?
That's the second highest scoring game of all time.
Second highest scoring game of all time, 351 points.
You know what the highest is?
It was like some game in like the 50s.
I'll give that one a 6.
Yeah, I looked it up, but I don't remember the teams.
I'll go to-
I'll give
Sorry, go ahead, Tyler.
I'll give that like it's still a 3. I don't know. It's a cool record,
What?
but it's not maybe a 4. I don't know. Okay, we gotta be a harsh scale here. This is a list of the greatest moments. It's still cool. It's not a 3 to 10 overall, but like relative to the list. Otherwise, it'll all be like 8s.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll say 5. Like,
I'll stick with
wait,
6. I'll stick with
Okay.
6.
yeah.
Here should be one that boosts your numbers a little bit. Nikola Jokic's interview post game after winning the NBA championship.
That's like a 10.
Job is done. We can go home now.
This was the funniest. This was by far the most memorable trophy like parade sequence I've ever seen. Like I'll remember this way more than like when
So-
like Giannis won.
So this is kind of in 3 parts here. So before the final started, I believe, he had an interview where somebody was asking him if he was ready to get like ready for the finals, and he was like, "Yeah, but don't I get a break?" And they were like, "No, it starts on like Tuesday or something like that," and it was like Sunday, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, I need to go home. I need to go home." And he was like, he was so depressed at the fact that he had to play more. Then he said that they could go home after they won the finals. And then during the parade, he said that he doesn't care what he said earlier, that he loves this parade and he doesn't want to leave. So it was a
He ended
very,
up enjoying the parade. He was happy
yeah,
to be there.
it was a very big mix emotion there.
10's too high, but I don't care. I love it. It was quality content.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.
That's probably
Yeah, I'll
realistic.
give it a 7.
That's realistic. The Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl.
10.
This was a pretty great Super Bowl.
9.
I think 9. And the Super Bowl is
9?
always going to be high for me. It's always memorable. It wasn't one of the best. It wasn't like the best Super Bowl we've seen. I think like just off the top of my head, I think the Eagles game was better. I think if you're not a Falcons fan, that game was more fun. But this was still a pretty memorable Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is always going to be high, so I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
Go 10.
Okay. Here's another one for you. The Miami Heat stunned the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games, the New York Knicks in 6 games, and the Boston Celtics in 7 games to advance to the NBA Finals as the 8th seed.
I'm gonna give this a 7.
I think this
That's at
deserves
least
like
an
an 8
8.
or 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
That's
8.
at least an 8. I think as an 8 seed in the NBA also is so hard.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
I have no stats in front of me.
Okay, I'll
I
give it a
feel
7
like
and a
it's
half.
I feel
It
like the
doesn't matter
NBA
if they
is
lost.
I feel like the NBA is the hardest to make the finals as an 8 seed compared to other sports. I don't know that for sure, but that's just how it feels to me.
Okay.
That makes sense because it's straightforward 1 through 8, right? Like no other sport
Yeah.
really does that. So
No.
yeah, I'll give it an 8.
You're probably going to give this one the same rating too. The Florida Panthers stun the Boston Celtics in a 3-1 comeback in the first round.
My favorite hockey team, the Boston
Defeat
Celtics.
the Boston Celtics. God, I can't believe I just said that. The Boston Bruins in 7 games. 3-1 comeback, might I add. Defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs in, I believe, 5 games, did they not?
I think so. Yeah, it was 5.
Yeah, it was 5 games. And then against the Carolina Hurricanes, they had one of the longest games in NHL history, with game 2, I believe. No, game 1, ending in quadruple overtime. And then ultimately they ended up winning the series in 6 or 7. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then ended up losing to the Golden Knights in the finals or in the Stanley Cup finals. But what do you guys give that?
I'm gonna say
I'll give
9.
that one an 8 as well.
I'll give it an 8. I think yeah, again, on par with the Heat. I'll say it's an 8 just because they
It's
came up short.
Pretty
I
much the
say
same
9 to
run.
10s for winning.
Identical runs at the same time from Florida, which is pretty. I feel like the fact that that happened itself is a 10. The fact that 2 Florida teams as an 8 seed made their way to the final and lost and had the exact same path is a 10.
That's true, actually. I didn't even associate they're both Miami teams. The Florida Panthers play like on the outskirts of Miami, but it counts.
It counts.
You want to hear another cool thing that happened for Florida this year? Superstar soccer player Lionel Messi signs with Inter Miami and is now in the States playing soccer. What do we give this?
Give it a 5.
Really? No, I think that's like
Really?
that's huge.
Fine, I'll give it a 6.
No, come on.
I don't know. I'm
Dude.
not a soccer
Do you
guy. I
know
don't
how
love
much
it.
this
The
d-
ticket, it just makes the ticket prices more expensive, and he's just playing easier competition. I don't know. I've never been a soccer guy. I didn't grow up on Messi or Ronaldo really, so I don't really have the same connection to him that you guys might. But I'll give it a 7. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I think I agree with Nate here.
That's just me. That's just my opinion.
All right.
What do you guys think? Tell me why you like it.
I would give that a 9 because probably the greatest soccer player of our lifetime is in a they're domestic. He's domestic now. So I could drive to go see him or I could fly to go see him. and not have to go overseas. That's why I think it's like a 9 or a 10. Because this would be if I don't know the
I don't know if there's another comparison for it.
okay, no, here's one. Okay. This would be like right now if LeBron James decided to go retire from the NBA and go play in say like China.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Messi's like not washed. Messi won the Ballon d'Or this year.
Yeah, he's still
Like
killing it. He's still a
he's still
fantastic
very
soccer
good.
player.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I think
insanely
it's
good.
9.
Yeah. He's a legend for sure, but I don't know. I didn't really care for it personally.
Excuse me, sorry. Next one. The romance between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce really
Zero.
popped this year.
0.
Give it a
What are
2.
we gonna give this one?
2.
I'll give it a 2. I'm not some like big hater. I don't care. Like I don't care that she's like been getting attention and stuff. Like it's cool. I'm happy for Travis, but like it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
I'm not
indifferent to it.
Yeah, I'm not actually mad at anyone. It's just kind of like annoying. Like after a while, it's like, okay, we get it.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
it.
don't
It
even
doesn't
care
add
when I see her
anything.
anymore. I don't even care when I see her.
Oh, just wait
Like,
till she's
oh,
at
there
the
she
Super
is.
Bowl.
They only show her like once or twice, and then she's gone. I don't even care, but it's a 2. I don't really. It's good that it got more eyes on Kansas City. I
I'll
guess.
give it a 1, and I think the only reason it's so low is because I would rather them just not show her. Like I'm not mad that they are, but I'd
I'm
rather
giving
them
it a
not.
I'm giving it a
I
2
just
because
don't
Travis
care.
Kelce found, or he didn't find, but he's dating the most popular woman on earth, and now he doesn't play football as well as he used to. It was his
I feel like
first
that's
year. He broke his 1,000-yard season streak this year.
He
He didn't
did.
get his 1,000 yards.
that is
He
true.
got a
He did.
girlfriend.
Yep.
What's
Oh,
more
no.
important though?
Dating Taylor Swift. I
1,000
don't blame the
yards.
guy. I've always said this. I don't blame him.
Taylor,
I don't
dating Taylor
blame
Swift is
him at
far more
all.
important.
Yeah,
It
he
sucks. It's
doesn't
just
care at
unfortunate
all.
for us as fans. But
All right, next one. Here we go. Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski 1.
oh, 1. Oh,
Who won that?
I don't
Yeah,
know
I'll
enough
give it-
about
I'll give
UFC
it
to
a nine.
comment.
Islam ended up winning this fight by decision.
I'll give it
Okay.
an 8 just because it
This
was a
was
great
fight of the
fight,
year,
but
by
I
the way.
was
I'm pretty
robbed.
sure.
I don't think I watched this with you guys.
No,
I
no,
can't wait.
I watched it at a sleepover at the dojo when it with a bunch of
Nice.
sleeping. I had to use my AirPods and I could barely even watch it. But yeah, it was upset. But I did watch it. It was a great fight, but I thought Volk got robbed, so I'm gonna give it an 8.
Here's another one. Israel Adesanya losing his middleweight championship to Sean Strickland.
That's a 10.
Yeah,
That's a 10
I
for me.
agree.
Yeah.
Gotta be a 10.
That was
Gotta be a
hilarious.
10.
Did you guys see the clip of Sean Strickland on Theo Vaughn's podcast
No.
Maybe.
opening up about his childhood trauma? He was like crying and stuff.
Oh no.
It's powerful. You should watch it.
Oh,
I just don't
Super
really like the dude that much after what I've seen from him.
Sean Strickland?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't he like the super homophobic one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
opens
I mean,
up
like, I'm
on
sorry
Theo
for his
Vaughn's
childhood,
podcast.
but
Yeah,
like, there's no real excuse.
you should
No.
watch it. It's a strong video. Anyways,
Zyler, he's the middleweight champion of the world.
put some respect on Sean
Yeah,
Strickland.
but that
Coming
doesn't
to
mean he's a
Toronto in
good
2 years.
guy. It means he's a good fighter.
He is a great fighter. He's a psycho, obviously, but I mean, you kind of have to be good in that sport.
I was gonna say, yeah,
like,
but yeah, I don't follow UFC enough to comment much, but
yeah, it was a
I
big
don't
house.
like
I'll
him.
give it a 10.
Next one.
Okay.
The Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors get into probably one of the greatest 7-game series in NBA playoff history.
In the
I don't
first
know about
round.
that.
in the first round.
First round,
I'll
7
say.
game series, maybe.
First round, 7-game series.
It was memorable. I'll
7.
give it a 7. I'll give it an 8
I
because it was fun.
Yeah.
It was memorable because I'll probably remember that series for a long time.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
LeBron James, as we know what he did this year, broke the all-time scoring record, by the way. What are we giving this?
I feel like it's a 10.
Nah.
Yeah.
I feel
9.
like this is a 10.
He's
Tyler.
leading all-time points in the NBA now. There's got to be a 10. When's the next time this record's going to be broken? Is it
In,
going to
like,
be
5 years.
happen in our lifetime? By who?
Nah, I doubt it.
Anthony Edwards is going to
Uh,
break it in 23 years.
Could you imagine? I wouldn't
No,
be
I think this gets
surprised.
broken in our lifetime. I think it does.
Yeah, in our lifetime, actually. Yeah, we've got another
It's
8
a
years of basketball to watch.
relatively
So
like obviously it's insanely impressive, but with the way the league's going with like increasing scoring now, I think it gets broken. But I'll give it a 9.
okay, why not a 10?
I don't know.
What's
I
the
don't love
1 point
getting-
off for?
It's just not that memorable of like a moment, you know? Like it's a cool thing, but
Fair.
like I'm not gonna remember the moment he broke it. I'm just gonna remember that he broke it, you know?
I will. I remember they stopped the game and had a 30-minute ceremony.
That's
Oh, I
true.
do
Actually,
remember that.
I remember
In the
everybody
middle of the
going, okay,
I do remember that.
but like not because it was like a cool bucket or anything. Just
I
because
thought it was
people were
so
annoyed.
stupid. I felt bad. Who were they playing? The Thunder or something?
I don't
I
know.
don't remember, but I think
pretty sure they
I
were
felt
playing
so
the
bad
Thunder.
because the Thunder bench was just sitting there like, really?
Bro,
What do I
what's
do now?
happening? Let's play the
Like,
damn game.
what? Anyways,
All right. I got a really funny one that's really, really recent, and I want to share it.
okay.
Flight N616RH.
Huh?
I'll repeat that one more time.
Oh God.
Flight N616RH. Any guesses as to what was on that flight?
I don't.
No? Carson? Nate?
No.
No one. Because that was the airplane that Shohei Ohtani was supposed to be on his way to Toronto. And he was not on that plane because he decided to sign with the Dodgers for $700 million.
Okay. You had me there. That's good. That
I feel like this is an 8.
I think that's an 8.
Yeah, I agree.
It
That's
was just so
crazy.
funny. Also, the guy who I like Jake confused me when he said no one, but the guy who actually was on the plane was the guy. It was Robert. It was Robert from Shark Tank.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Didn't know that. All right, here's another meme one. Okay. Tommy DeVito, aka Tommy Cullits, becomes the biggest man in New York for about 7 days.
And then gets benched for Tyrod Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 3 just because I liked his agent's fedora.
I was
It's a
gonna say, can
3.
we add Sean Stellano in there?
I feel like this
Yeah.
is like the lame version of Linsanity.
Yeah. This is just the New York Giants fans trying to make themselves feel better about what's happening. They're
Yeah,
like,
but
"We
how they
won
paid $40 million for a
another-"
quarterback who didn't play.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's always
I
New
mean,
York
towards
fans
ACL.
too, eh? It's always New York fans.
Always New York.
Didn't Jeremy Lin go crazy on the Knicks?
Yeah, it's the Knicks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why I said it.
It's always
I
New.
wouldn't
Yeah,
have said
it's
it if
always
it was
New York fans.
Minnesota.
There you go. Okay, there you go.
All right. You guys ready for the next one?
Yep.
The Georgia Bulldogs blow out TCU in the national title game of 2023, although it was the 2022 season. They ended up beating them 65-7. And most recently, Michigan just beat Washington for the national title, 34-13. What are your guys' thoughts on the two games?
I'll give them both a 10 because I'm happy Michigan won, and I think beating somebody 60, what was it, 62-7?
65-7.
65-7 in the national championship game is utterly disrespectful.
I'll give Georgia a 9 just because it was a little boring to win by that much. But like still dominating, winning back-to-back college championships, like you gotta respect it. That's a 9.
All right. Are you guys ready for another blowout? I'll say blowout. Another blowout.
Sure.
The LA Chargers this year, or this past year, were up 27-0 to the Jacksonville Jaguars in their wild card matchup last year in the playoffs. And what happened at the end of the game? Jaguars ended up coming back, ended up winning, I believe, 28-27. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And they secured the victory over the Chargers. Thoughts on this?
I'll give it a 6. I liked Jacksonville
That's-
last year.
I think that's an 8. I think like that's I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's one of the biggest comebacks in playoff history. I think that's pretty I think it's pretty memorable. That's an
That's
8.
a fair point, actually.
I'll agree with an
okay,
8.
I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How did I convince you to go to 9?
Just change my answer.
All right.
Okay.
Just flip
This
my
one-
answer.
This next one I don't think has any relevance to you guys, but I had to mention it. 20-year-old Carlos Alcaraz, tennis phenom, by the way, won the Wimbledon this year and beat one of the best tennis players to ever live, Novak Djokovic, in the finals.
Yeah, I'll give that a 10. That's
Wow.
great. That's insane.
Yeah, 20-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's a 10. That's pretty crazy.
I agree.
I think I accurately hyped that up for you guys.
You did.
Mhm.
Well done.
Next one. CM Punk makes his return to WWE.
That's
Don't even get me
ridiculous to
started. Do you
I'm
want me
gonna
to go on a
say-
3-minute rant as to why I think it's a 5?
Sure.
Please don't.
No, I'll spare you from that.
No, go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Go
Very
ahead. I want to
trouble.
hear it.
I
I'll
think
give you
I've
the
already
short
heard
version.
this. Yeah, I
I'll
think
give you
wanna
the
hear
short
it.
version.
I want to hear it.
I
No,
think
I
you've
want
gone
to
on
hear
the
the I
long
want to hear
version.
the full 3 minutes.
Okay, I'll tell you. So I think it's a 5. First, well, the moment itself was a 10 because was not expecting it. But I think it's a 5 because he already came back in AEW, and when he came back in AEW, he was old and he didn't go as well in the ring. He had a great feud with MJF, but he ended on really bad terms with that company twice, and then immediately went to WWE again, which he said for 10 years was a toxic workplace and that it was a cancer to him and stuff like that. And now that he's back, I think he's stealing some attention from a lot of guys that have been working their butts off for the last year or so, making a name for themselves. And him coming back right before WrestleMania, he's going to get a WrestleMania main event over anyone else. And he left the company because he didn't get that very same opportunity that he's now taking away from an up
From
and
someone
comer.
else.
And I watched his
Kind of
promo last night on Raw, and he stumbled his words up and he messed his promo up. So he's obviously not as good as on the mic as he used to be. He's just old and washed. And as a former CM Punk fan, it makes me sad. So that's why I give it a 5.
That was a good summary.
Yeah.
Thank
enough.
you.
Yeah. I had that locked and loaded.
Nate was ready. That was his moment.
Yeah.
I thought I would give it to you.
Thanks.
Next one. Connor Bedard and Victor Wembanyama, 2 generational talents, both going number 1 overall in their respective sports.
I'm going with 8. It's pretty huge. I just don't want to give anything in the draft more than an 8 because like you haven't achieved anything yet, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to go with 8 as well.
But these
Yeah.
are 2 of the best first overall picks we've seen in these sports in maybe close to a decade. I think it's an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got
Well
a couple
spoken.
more.
Well said.
I've got a couple more.
Okay.
Ezekiel Elliott. Bet you weren't
What did
bet
he
you weren't
do?
ready to hear his name, were
Oh,
you?
to the
I'm trying to rack my
Patriot-
brain. What did Zeke do this year?
Ezekiel Elliott lines up at center for his final
Oh,
play as a Dallas Cowboy.
that was funny.
I give this moment a 10. This was all-time Dallas choking. This was an all-time Dallas choke moment. Let's be honest. This is a 10.
Okay, as funny as a 10 would be, it's like a 3. It's pretty
Yeah.
irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. It's
I know,
hilarious.
but it's hilarious.
I think it's a 10.
I needed to
It's a
mention it.
3.
I needed to mention it.
Yeah, I can't even rate it. Like, I don't know if there's a right place to rate this.
All right, next one. This year's March Madness once again gave us many, 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 many of upsets. And this has only happened a couple of times now, but it's happened in our lifetime, only in our lifetime. The number 1 seed Purdue loses in the first round to the what I assume would be 64th ranked. Oh my God, what were they called? It was some like long name.
This
I
is
can't
so
even
disrespectful. We can't even remember. You don't write it
Oh, I
down?
can't even remember their name. Oh no, that's bad on me.
You
Hold on
didn't
one
look it up
second.
before taking the note?
No,
Yeah,
I
what'd
took
you
the
put in the
note.
note? Purdue
I took
loses
the
to bad
note,
team.
but then I
Oh.
forgot to write the name down.
Oh.
Wow. But
Oh
this
my
is a
God.
10 though.
That
I
one's
think
on
it's
me.
only the second time it's happened. Purdue were pretty big favorites in this tournament, I think.
Yeah,
Fairly Dickinson. That's who beat them in the
Okay,
tournament
fair
this year.
enough. I didn't remember
doubt
that.
out.
That's a 10 though.
That's a
That's
10.
huge.
Yeah. Another March Madness, but for the women's this time. Caitlin Clark had herself quite the year, did she not? Like she is like women's basketball now in America. People are watching it.
It's exploding, yeah.
Like
It's
it
I
not
is
gonna
think
lie.
popping off, and
just
she is
She's
one of the
heading the
bullets in the
revolution.
chamber. Yeah.
I think just what she's done for the game as a whole, that's a 10.
Yeah. Agreed. I'll give her a 10.
And
I'm a fan.
this is the two-parter now. The second part to this was LSU completely shutting them down in the national championship game last year.
Oh.
LSU beat them by like 20 something and was up by like 20 something for the entire game. I remember watching this. It was a huge blowout. But yeah, Caitlin Clark, give her a 10.
I'll give her a 10 just
Yeah.
playing in that stadium outside and having like
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
50,000 people watching.
The actual final will give it like an 8 because like
I
it's a
don't
blowout, you know?
remember it, but
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more. These ones
All
are
right.
both memes.
okay.
Okay.
So they're both 10s, is that what you're saying?
It could be in one of
Maybe.
your minds. Could
Maybe.
be. Patrick Beverly. What do you guys think he did this year?
I don't remember.
Well, Patrick Beverly decided he thought it'd be a good idea to steal a camera from a cameraman and show the ref photo evidence of LeBron getting fouled in that
Oh, that
very
was funny.
crucial primetime game against the Boston Celtics.
That was very funny.
I'll give it a 9.
Okay, this one's sort of like, again, I want to give it a 10 because it's really funny, but it's actually like a 2.
Yeah. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah.
It's that Ezekiel Elliott thing all over again.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I do.
pretty much.
I had 3 more. Now I have 2 more.
Okay.
The next one. John Morant.
Oh,
What'd he
God.
do this year, guys?
He gets a gun.
Yeah.
He gets a
John
1.
Morant.
He decided to carry a strap not once but twice.
He gets
Can
a
I
2.
give it a -1?
Just for sheer stupidity. We've
Or
talked
how
about this on the
many-
podcast before.
Yeah, wait,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
How many games was he suspended for?
25, and now he's out for the rest of the year.
I did see. That's unfortunate. You know, you don't want
Yeah.
anyone to get injured. But I'm 25 games. I'm giving him a -25.
Yeah.
There you
Yep.
go.
Good.
Good idea. All right. The final one, and I hope you guys all give this a 10. Nate won't, but I hope you do. Patrick Mahomes' little meltdown that he had about, I don't know, a month ago when they played the Bills.
And
What
it
do we
brought me
giving
joy.
that?
It
Yeah,
brought
what are
me
we giving
joy.
for
10.
that? What are we giving that?
I don't care. That's like a 2.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
a
1.
10.
That's a 1.
Honorable mentions go to Geno Smith.
Comeback player of the year.
for renaming the Comeback Player of the Year award.
The Geno Smith Comeback Player of the Year award.
Yeah. And honorable mention to whoever's playing in the Super Bowl this year, because you'll be featured next year on our 2024 in review.
I
What
have
about
sorry.
Miami blowing out Denver 70-20?
Yeah, I was
That's
waiting
true.
for that too.
True, I did forget that. That was not off the top of my head. I'll be honest with you.
What do we
And
rate
then
That's like
that?
a
Denver's
5.
comeback.
That's a
I would
5.
I would give that like a 6.
I'd probably say like a 7. I thought that was pretty fun in the moment.
Yeah, I would have said like
Yeah,
8.
it was. Yeah, do you guys have
Um,
any other ones? Any other ones?
That was
I
the only one that I could think
I
of.
do have something to say, but it just happened this year, like recently.
Sure.
Puka Nakua breaking the
Mm,
rookie records.
true.
I think that's
Yep.
huge, and I think he deserves some congratulations from us,
Congrats.
being the big names that we are.
We should have
Congrats
Congratulations
to
to
I'm sure
Puka
he appreciates
Nakua.
that.
Yeah, shout out to Puka Nakua.
Yeah. Shout out Puka Nakua, man. He most yeah, what do you get? 105 catches for like 1,400 something yards.
Yeah,
So
just got it in week 18, and the Niners were like putting 2 guys on him, trying to stop him from getting the record.
he was
You can
still
see
catching it.
Sean McVay on the sideline saying, get him out," as soon as he got the yards.
Nice. We're proud of him. That's cool.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All
Tyler,
right.
you got anything?
I think I'm good.
You know what? Actually, I did just think of one. Okay. I have
Go
an
for it.
SGT moment.
Ooh.
An
Ooh.
all-time SGT moment.
Oh,
I
I
have
think
an
I know what
all-time-
it is.
I have
What
an
is it?
all-time SGT moment. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Because I don't think you would
Oh,
think this one.
I was
I
gonna
don't know.
About
say
Zyler. It's about Zyler.
oh, never mind.
Zyler, about a week and a half before the NFL draft started, said on this podcast, and you can go back and you can check this. He goes back right before the NFL draft and says, I swear to God, if the Falcons draft Bijan Robinson at 8, I will hate my life as a Falcons fan.
And I did. I stood by that.
And a week and a half later, they drafted him, and we asked him how he felt about it. And I remember we were at your house, and you were trying to be happy about it, but we could tell that you were like visibly frustrated that they drafted him.
My prediction was exactly right. He was very good. He was very fun to watch. I was glad we had him, but ultimately it didn't matter.
Carson, what were
I
you
give that
gonna
moment
say?
a 10. That was
I
awesome.
do, yeah, I do have another SGT exclusive one. Jake winning our trivia night tonight podcast.
Yeah, 10. 10. 10.
11.
Still got the
Actually, no,
belt.
I lost. Never mind. Like
Still
4.
got the belt.
So when
There
am I
it is.
defending this?
Well,
After playoffs, maybe.
yeah, we did that.
Carson,
we did
maybe you
that
can do
one
like a
on.
2023 NFL season trivia.
I will do
Ooh,
that.
I like that.
Name
Okay, come here,
all the
season recap.
scoragamis.
Yeah. Name the
many
score
I
of
was
every
looking those up
game.
earlier. I actually wanted
Name
to talk about
every
those.
scoragami.
I was gonna put those. I might be able to name. I can name 2 of them.
I
I
can't tell
only
you
know
if
the
you're
Bron-
right. So
But
I
there's
only
a
know the
but there's a
Broncos
third
too.
one. There's the third one that I know happened this year, but I don't remember it. The Ravens 56-19 is a scorigami against the
True, that
Dolphins.
was.
The 70-20 game with Miami and Denver is. And then I want to say that the Jets got in like a really bad game, or it was like 8-3, something like that, and they won.
I think you're right.
And I think that was
Um,
the third, but I was trying to look it up and I couldn't find it.
Was it like Jets Patriots maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. The Scorigami website I found was like super tough and like just didn't tell me.
there. I'm not seeing Jets.
What's the third
Yeah, so
one then?
I got it
There was
here.
a third one. Oh, here we go.
Ravens, Dolphins,
Yep.
Raiders, Chargers after the game that
that's
got Staley
right.
fired.
That's
Mhm.
right.
We also had Dolphins, Commanders, week 13, 45-15.
Okay.
We had week 12, Denver Broncos 29-12. That's pretty low for a scoregami.
Why are the Denver Broncos in all of these games?
Yeah, they were on here twice. Because I remember the press conference where they asked Sean Payton about it. He was like, huh?
And Miami's on there twice too.
So are the Ravens.
That's true.
What's the Ravens' second one?
25-9 week 1 against the Texans.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Well,
that's
the
a lot of
Texans are also on
scoregamis.
it twice.
Who did
Ye-
they? Who else do they have one with?
The Bucks 39-37.
Yeah. And then there was also week 8, Cowboys, Rams 43-20.
There were so
And then
many of them. Oh my
there was a
God.
lot. There was more than I remember. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
there
so
was
you
only
guys-
3.
You guys better
25-11
study
Eagles,
up.
Bucks.
All right.
Study up. Get ready. Write this
I'm not
down.
memorizing all
right.
that.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Any parting words from you guys? Or are we good to go?
Morning.
We had a
See
really
ya.
good 2023. 2024 sports better be better.
2024 will be good.
Good night,
will be.
everybody.